careful of the... Watch out!
Sorry.
Are you looking? Sure, okay. What?
Right
That's
there.
enough. That's enough.
Is that good?
That's fine.
Yep. Bye.
Thank you. Well, come from a long line of carpenters. You know, you're always looking for sort of a new thing, sort of the next thing that people are needing, you know, houses, furniture, and during the early part of the 80s, late 70s, early 80s, stumbled onto the Glory Hole world, and it was flourishing back then. It was just getting off the ground, just starting to take off. I felt like I got in on the bottom floor of something big. But I thought, you know, I think there's something to this. Why not jump on the train, get on board, and see if we can't make something happen? I was doing glory holes. I mean, I don't know, in the hundreds, maybe in the thousands. I don't even know. I was glory holing from morning till nights. There was some evenings I didn't get home until late at night, dark, after dark. It was a boom time for glory holes. Justin, he started working for me just after he dropped out of college for like the third freaking time.
Did you always want to be in the family business?
No.
He had kind of been asking about maybe learning the glory hole business. I kind of resisted. I didn't think he had the work ethic for it.
You know, I was a free spirit.
You know, glory holes are nothing to be looked at, you know, in a willy-nilly fashion. Serious business. The knees started to go. I was afraid. Well, my glory hole days are over.
You know, it was a long time coming. His knees were getting worse and worse.
Just kind of goes along with being a glory hole installer and repairman. You know, you're spending a lot of time on your knees. You got to get down there where the action is. You got to really get into it. You can't really work on a glory hole from a standing position. Believe me, I've tried. It just doesn't work.
Yeah, well, being a glory hole repairman, I feel like it's a lot like being a catcher, you know, baseball catcher. Like, no matter how good you are at squatting, no matter how much you work out at it, it's eventually your knees are gonna go. You know, there was a time when we installed glory holes also, but those times are long gone. No one is asking for new glory holes anymore. So mostly now it's just maintenance and repair. Hey, I know. Family business is, you know, servicing the customers that are still in existence. We don't have any more installs that we do. No more builds. We just do maintenance, mostly, and repairs. Pretty much just upkeep and maintenance at this point. We used to do weekly service for most of our glory holes. Now it's just, we're lucky if one gets used once in a week.
This is the control department. The cockpit, the helm of the ship. Yeah, down at the lake. Yeah, those were good times. Good times. Oh, remember the time we put that glory hole in the church?
Yeah, that was a covert operation.
Weird. It's kind of sad. I hate to see a glory hole that doesn't get used. You know? There we go. Wow. There we go. God, is that a beautiful sight or what? When they brought the Statue of Liberty over from France, there was actually a glory hole in the base of the Statue of Liberty. That's a true story.
It's hard to believe.
It's hard to believe, but it's a true story, and it was very popular. It helped ease and comfort a lot of immigrants that came into this country. And they decided to cover that glory hole up. That's where the plaque is now. Give me your...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, before that, it was the glory hole. They left out the part about give us your horny and needy, but whatever. This place has everything.
We come here at least twice a week to Hippo Hardware, and we look at, hardwoods and doors and things that we could, once we finally do put more glory holes out there that we could use, So it's like we put it under research and development, but really it's just hopes and dreams is really what it should be called. It's been hard on my dad. I try to keep him busy, try to keep his mind off of things. He's always looking forward to the next one that's being sold, even though it's not like he's gonna install it or anything, but he's like, "You all right?"
Yeah.
My dad, he tried a few different things. Unfortunately, he invested a little too much money into what he thought was the big next thing, which is the female glory hole.
I really thought that was going to take off.
Literally nobody bought even one of his female models.
This guy? No, absolutely not.
What?
No,
Come on,
take that vagina contraption. It's a sliver board.
It's
not,
a new
death
idea.
trap. It's disgusting. It's useless.
We're
we
family.
don't need anything coming between two lovers, okay? It's not a she-bop thing. We don't want it. Get your...
All right, okay, I'm leaving. I'm leaving.
Go.
Yeah, well, we're just in this weird in-between phase. Like, before it was accepted but hidden. Now it's out in the open, but now nobody
cares.
Nobody cares anymore.
Yeah. Well, I guess people just decided they didn't need glory holes anymore, that they didn't need that suspension from reality, I guess. I don't know. The mystery and the comfort of the glory hole kind of fell aside. People were connecting on a different level, on a different basis, and I guess that's good. I mean, I'm not going to say it's bad. It's just it's bad for business.
We're definitely far in debt at this point. We do keep making the home mortgage payments, but just barely.
People think all this technology is what efficiency is about. It's not. Efficiency is about a hole in a wall.
One of these months is going to catch up with us for sure.
You find the hole, you put your penis in there, you get your satisfaction, and then you can go to the PTA meeting or whatever it is.
I'm trying to keep the family house. I'm trying to support my dad and I. And
yeah, I'm just glad your mother's not around to see this.
It's all right. You can let it out.
She'd be proud of you. I think she'd be proud of us both.
For struggling so hard.
For doing our darndest.
I'm home. Hey. I'm here. Sorry I'm late. Sorry. I was like out just pounding pavement, just going everywhere I could think, just trying to talk to somebody. People didn't even want to talk to me. I mean, it's tough. You say glory hole, and people just automatically shut you down.
I don't know. I feel like we're drowning in a big pool of tapioca pudding. We're just trying to keep above the pudding, and it was not going well.
You need to find the right person to talk to about it. Someone who's open to it. Someone who doesn't have the preconceived ideas of what a glory hole is and who uses them.
So I'm working late at night in the Forest Service office, and these two guys come in, right? minding their own business, but kind of with a plan on their mind. I said, come on in, what do you got to tell me? What's going on? And they told me they had this glory hole business, was doing really well for a long time, but had fallen on hard times. And what about putting them in the parks, making it kind of like an attraction? And I thought, that is a brilliant idea. These guys can come in, put these glory holes, make a place for people to come, to be in nature, to love their bodies, to have community, friends. I said, we gotta give it a try.
He was receptive, amazingly, luckily.
Yeah.
And then he sent it up the ladder, and we had many more talks, and then eventually came to a small starter contract, about 15 glory holes, just mostly in California, Washington, Oregon. But since then, we expanded quickly because they were so successful.
Yeah, well, we signed a 1-year contract. That was the most I could get the people in Washington to sign. And it was really fair. These guys maintained all creative control, set them up, and 6 weeks into the year, I could tell this was huge. People in Washington are like, get them a 5-year contract. So we signed a 5-year contract right then and there. This place was a ghost town a year ago. You could pull up, you'd find a parking spot, no trouble. I swear you'd think it was even like the park was closed. Now they are coming from out of states. Look down there, see, right? All those cars, they're driving around looking for a spot.
That's my dad's car.
Well, he's a good man. Why shouldn't he have an opportunity to enjoy this park? Come on, I'll show you where people go. So up here, take this path up. We got 16 lined up, various spots, because some people don't like to hike a lot, some people like to hike a lot. People come here, I see them, they're like tents and stressed from the city.
Yeah.
They go back, find the glory hole of their choice. It's
Yeah.
nice that you guys give them options.
Well,
Oh, well, that's
You
what it's
know.
about. Variety is the spice of it's the spice of life. It was excitement, then it was like the realization of what we had to do, and
you buying that ATV,
yeah,
which is
Right.
kind of silly. It's kind of silly. Well, it's fine. It's not like
I use it for work.
it's not like you bought a yacht or anything. But
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
I don't. We obviously money's we've
What
done.
good is money if you can't spend it?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't want to. It's not like I went out and bought.
We're the same people.
We're basically the same people, just with more money.
Not only do we, have no more mortgage issues, but I bought a new home.
I got an RV.
Yeah.
I got an above ground pool. I got the
some
new knee
new
bones.
knees. Come on, show 'em up.
that's well.
Show 'em up.
I gotta.
Yeah.
We were this close to going out of business, and if we had none of this would be happening.
Somebody else would have taken it.
Oh God, I hate to think about that.
Glory Hole Repairmen and Son is like no other business I've worked with. I've worked with a lot of vendors in the national park. These guys are on top of the game. Their glory holes are well made. They're on time when they need to deliver them. I don't know, they're just fabulous. They're like the glory holes themselves.
I feel like it's a turnaround for us as a family business, and for glory holes, and for society. I think is really everything's changing.
Yeah, success.
Yeah.
A lot of success.
A lot of success for a lot of people on a lot of different planes.
But us especially.
Us especially.